Hey guys, welcome back. This is a quick update. I know it's been a couple weeks. Just been really busy with work. I just wanted to give you an update on how everything's going. Just a quick scan on the 75. And then here is the 36. Just to give you guys a quick update. I've moved some things around. As you can see, I took the bubble coral out of this tank, moved it over to the 75. There's a reason for that. I'll tell you that in a minute. Just want to show you how everything's doing in this tank. These zoas are just outstanding. They keep growing and spreading. This one's actually sprouting a new head. And then these have grown a lot, because I don't know if you remember when we got them, pretty much the whole thing was the size of one of those green heads. So yeah, so just a little update. Here's the Passalipora. Let's see if we can get it to focus. And it's looking awesome. You can see that green hair algae. That came about due to the fact that I had a trip I had to go on over a weekend. Left the tank for a buddy to take care of, and obviously, you know, the amount of light that it got compared to what I usually keep it at was a lot more. So, but we're already starting to get rid of that stuff. So, as you can see, there's our firefish, our two clowns. Everybody in this tank is doing good. Coral Beauty still in there, and the green goby still in there. There's our Coral Beauty there. So everybody's doing good, guys. As you can see, that's an SPS, and it's thriving in this tank with these fluval LEDs. Remember, these are the fluval marine and reef LEDs. Still running the Cyclone 100. And besides the noise, I mean, it definitely skims, so it's doing good. And then there's that bulk reef supply reactor that I'm running on this tank. Alright, so now on to the 75. This is our yellow chorus wrasse. He's really cool. He likes to follow you around, so he likes to be the center of attention. This is our Falco hawkfish, and he'll just sit there and watch you. So he's pretty cool. These I don't know if you remember this. Came with two small heads. You can see how big they've gotten. And it's actually sprouted another head that you can see right there, and it's also grown quite a bit. Alright, so this is our torch coral. It's been in here about 2 days, and it's looking great. We come up a little bit, and you see my monopora. Come down. Excuse my dogs. This is a meteor shower. Again, these have only been there about a day or two. This is our hammerhead, or our hammer. It's getting good extension. This is our long tentacle anemone. Now, you see how white it is. Believe it or not, this anemone was a lot whiter than this. I actually rescued it from one of our local fish stores. It came in very bleached, stressed, in very bad shape, and they didn't know what to do with it. So they didn't have the food to try to maintain it, to try to nurse it back to health. So after talking to the manager, they gave me a 60% cut on the price, and I was able to pick this guy up for about 10 or 15 bucks. And he's actually looked so much better, guys. You should have seen no extension. The mouth was wide open. The only thing it had going for it is that the base still had good color. I know you enemy guys will know what that means, but the base still had good color. So I gave it a chance. I put it in here, and now you see it's full extension. It eats really, really well. I feed it twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays. Give it time to process food, and it loves it. It'll take that food right in, and it's actually starting to get some color back on some of its tentacles. I don't know if we'll be able to get it with this camera, but as you can see, yeah, there we go. See some pinkish coming back on the tentacles and on the body. So it's starting to get its color back, which is good. And it's only been in here a week or so. So it's doing good. When we're panning up, here is our bubble tip anemone. This guy's doing great. He's still doing awesome since we got him. If you remember, this was a rainbow. When I put it in here, it had a lot of green and purple. But ever since it moved to this spot where it's right under the light, he just looks kind of like a rose to me. You see very little hints of green still, but it's just pretty much rose, which is fine. It was just a cool transition to see. But he's looking awesome and open, and he eats real well as well. We're gonna pan down, and this is our green star polyps. They're starting to spread finally, and as you can see, I put them on their own rock that I'm going to be able to move around, so that way they don't overtake anything I don't want them to get on. That's very important for anybody looking to get green star polyps. Make sure you put them on a rock that you're going to be able to move in, so that they don't spread everywhere. There's our hawkfish again, likes to be in camera view. One of our crabs. And as you can see, coralline algae is starting to grow in everything, even the crab shell. This is our frog spawn. He's been in here about the same amount of time as that torch and hammer, about a day or two. You can see he's fully extended and looking awesome. Pan over. See these pallies. These are what's called green velvet or Captain America pallies. And you can see they're open and looking awesome as well. Now, the bubble coral. I moved it over to this tank. As you can see, it's not looking too good right now. What happened is, in that other tank, during that time that I was gone, it got a really, really bad growth of hair algae on the top, as you can see. Believe it or not, this is very minimal now. It was completely covered, probably 2 to 3 inches of hair algae on top of this poor thing. It was not looking good, and it just stayed shriveled up. As you can now it's starting to come out. You see this side's popping out some. Yeah, it wouldn't even come out. It was just bad. I attempted to pull some of that stuff up, being very careful, and then what I did is I read my dip bottle of what I dip my corals in, and it said it actually helps with that kind of parasite. I'll show you that in a minute. Now that Pocillopora I have in the other tank, when I was moving the bubble, it actually got knocked down and chipped a little piece of one of the arms. And instead of just tossing it or whatever, I just thought maybe I could use it as a frag, and look, I got extension on the polyps. I just put it on this rock real quick, and now I have a little piece of Pocillopora growing in this tank, which is pretty cool. But yeah, back to the bubble. So I put it through one treatment of the dip, and this is what I use, guys. It's called Coral RX Coral Dip, and on it says that it will help remove parasites, and it helps in the treatment. I'm trying to see if I can get that to focus. But it helps in the treatment of hair algae. So I'm putting it through a dip treatment with this. And after one treatment, It lost, I would say, 90% of that hair algae. That had affected it. It still has a little bit that you can see, so I might give it maybe a week to try to recoup from the first one, and then I'll do a second treatment, and then hopefully that'll be it. But you can see it's starting to come back out, which I'm really glad about. It's actually still eating. There's our yellow chorus wrasse. It's actually still eating, which is good, so that's how I've been maintaining it, and it's still maintaining pretty good colors, you can see. So what you're not seeing is you're not seeing our flame angel, you're not seeing our blue-eyed tang, and you're not seeing the Clarkii clown. Now, why you're not seeing them is kind of a misfortune. As you remember, I rescued our Clarkii clown, local fish store, after we had really bad ice storms. He and the tang got into it, and I had to put him in the hospital tank because after he got injured and he started getting pop-eye. Had him in the hospital tank for about 2 weeks. He was doing good. He was healthy eating, so we put him back in the main tank. And he was in there for about 3 days, and then something hit him really hard, and he started getting sick. Moved him back out of the hospital tank, out of the main tank into the hospital tank, and he just didn't come back. He just stayed at the bottom, breathing hard. We tried everything. I even went all the ways to try copper, but he just couldn't take it, and he ended up dying, which I'm really sad about because I really like that Clarkii. During that time that Clarkii was doing bad, after about a day or two, our flame angel and our tang started showing signs that they were getting infected. And I wasn't gonna lollygag, so I pulled them out immediately. And I dumped out everything in the hospital tank, and I cleaned it, scrubbed it. And move these guys over here. So this is where our flame and our tang are. So you can see the flame actually started to get a little bit of a fin rot as well. But it's actually growing back now. They're both swimming around healthy now after being treated. I looked into all different types of treatments to see what was going to be most effective while not hurting the fish too much, and I came across this product called Copper Power. My local fish store sells. It's the safest copper treatment available. I mean, everybody's going to say that, but I did do research, and apparently it is really good. It treats parasites, ick, fungus, pretty much everything. It says it's approximately 60 times less toxic than other copper medications to the fish. So they've been in here for about a week and a half or so, and they're significantly better. They're doing great. As you see, they're swimming around. Before, they would sit at the bottom breathing hard. They couldn't flare his fins. He had a lot of fin rot. They're eating great now. As you can see, I'm running just one CG pump. It's like a 400 gallon per hour pump, and then I have that cup in there for them to swim through, which they like to. Screened in with a heater and a light, and that's all on a timer, so it kind of takes care of itself too. But yeah, guys, so that's the hospital tank. They're getting taken care of. And then you can see our 2 tanks over there are doing good as well. Again, guys, this got a little bit long. If you have any comments, suggestions, rate the video, rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Give me any suggestions. Again, we're always learning in this hobby. There's always something new to learn. And I don't know if I had this before. I upgraded to a big filter sock. So we got a nice big, I think it's a 6-inch filter sock. Our skimmer, I just cleaned it, but it's getting good bubbles again. Put some rock in the refugium, reactor UV filter, and return. There's my reactor for this tank, and then there's my light. Again, guys, thanks again for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Give me some suggestions on what I could do better, or what you would like to see. And give me some suggestions on corals, guys. I'm really enjoying adding corals to these tanks. They're looking really good. Let me know what you think as far as what else I should add to the tank. They're looking good. They're thriving. And just for information, our water quality right now, 0 ammonia, 0 nitrites, and 0 nitrates. We saw nitrates at the very beginning for maybe a day, and we've maintained 0 the whole time. Another real excitement development is I ordered some LEDs for this tank. So they should be coming in the next few days, and we'll do an update when I get those. Until then, guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.